What is up? What is up? Been a few weeks since I recorded the last video, and has been a few like tough weeks because I've been battling the I've been fighting the demons within me. Who could say? Like I've been you know the struggles of when you wanna really do the work. Like you know that you wanna put in the work. You know that putting in the work is the thing that you gotta do, and that it will benefit you, and that you know that it will help you to achieve your goals. You know, you know that it's the true thing that you gotta do is the work, whatever it might be, right? The thing that you're currently focused on. And you know it is a struggle. It is an internal battle because you know that what you gotta do, but you just can't bring yourself to do it. And honestly, a lot of the times, funnily enough, what I've learned from being on this journey and trying to become the best version of myself is that it often comes down to your mental state, to your mental well-being, to your mental health. If you're in a bad headspace and your mental health is not, is not there, then you're not gonna be able to push yourself to do the work, because the work is difficult often. Most like More often than not, the work is difficult. That's probably the reason that it's the thing that's, if it's worthwhile, that it's the thing that will get you to achieve your goals, your dreams, that will help you to thrive in life, right? And unveiling the secret of how to bring yourself to do the work is probably one of the most valuable things that you can learn. And there are a few things that I've realized for myself, right? And the distinction that I've made between the times in which I'm able to do the work and I'm able to push myself to do the work, like for 6-8 hours straight, and the days that I just don't feel capable of tackling like a big task, right? And let's start with the things that you have within your routine, right? If your daily routine, bro, contains things that are more stimulating than the actual things that you wanna do, then you're not gonna be able to bring yourself to do the work. Imagine, what do I mean by this? Imagine that every day you like watch a movie, but you also wanna do some difficult work. You're gonna be there thinking, okay, let me finish this work as quickly as possible, so that I can then go on to move on to the movie or onto the next more fun thing, right? Because you have already in your mind that there is something more fun that you're gonna do. And what's this gonna cause, right? This is gonna have the effect that you're not gonna be able to focus really on the work task, because you have in your mind the more fun thing, quote unquote, in your mind. And the second thing, if you are used to things that are really stimulating and really like fun, right? Then bro, you're not gonna have the motivation at all to to do the difficult work, bro. So this is quite the dilemma, right? Because we don't wanna restrict ourselves completely from doing something that we find fun, right? Like, of course, you should have some balance, right, and discipline, and not overindulge in instant gratification or dopamine or whatever. But if there's something that you really like, it's not sustainable to completely restrict yourself, right? But you should also not make a habit of those kind of things if you wanna be able to push yourself to truly do difficult tasks that are maybe less instantly rewarding. Bro, listen, like, the true mindset shift, I would say, that helps me with this is to think, okay, maybe I will watch a movie, maybe, but that is only, like, you need to have it as like a secondary reward to things. You need to say to yourself, okay, my main task of the day is to just do the work. That's gonna be my fun thing. That's do the work. I'm gonna do the work. If I have nothing to do, I'm gonna work. If I'm bored, I'm gonna work. Like, you should, like, this might sound extreme, but it's so effective. Like, because then you're not thinking, okay, if I'm bored, I'm gonna do some stimulating thing, or I don't know what I'm gonna do, or whatever. No, you just need to program your mind to think that the work is gonna be your number one thing to fall back on. Like, okay, what do I do when I don't have anything to do? I'm gonna work. Because otherwise you're gonna be thinking, okay, damn, I hope I have like some free time so I can watch a movie, right? Or do whatever, or like do whatever, play video games or whatever. No, bro. You truly need to program yourself that to make like this promise to yourself and this deal with yourself that, okay, the work is gonna be the thing that I do when I have nothing to do. And if the work is over, if you have done the work that you wanted to do, okay, then you reward yourself. But you should not, if you truly want to be able to do the hard work and achieve your goals within that work, you shouldn't think like, okay, I'm gonna watch a movie today. Like, you should not place a specific time, or like, you should not make it a daily routine or a habit to do those things. You should only do the more stimulating thing if you truly have done the thing that you want to do first. You should not even, like, you should make it an uncertainty for you, right? The reward. You should not be having it in mind. It should be something that's spontaneous. Never like a promise that you're gonna have it. Because once it becomes a promise that you're gonna have the reward, then you're just not gonna have the willpower, the discipline, and the focus to do the work. That's a very, very important mindset shift. You should never promise the reward beforehand. Only if you have truly done the thing, then your mind might spontaneously say, oh, let me do that. But you should promise yourself the work is gonna be my pastime, my hobby, my free time, the time when I'm bored. I'm gonna do the work. Because then you don't have to overthink about, oh, but what about that other thing? No. Because then you have that, gonna have that in mind. And I know some people might think that's quite extreme and stuff like that, but that's a difficult reality of things, that if you truly have difficult goals related to doing the hard work, then it's gonna have to be like this. It's this only way. It's the only way. It's the only way. Trust me. Trust me, I've experienced it a lot of times, bro. When I wanted to do the work so badly, but there were other things that I promised myself that I was gonna do that day once I finished the work. Like, for example, I wanted to read a fun book at the end of the day. And then, or like, I want to read a fun book on a particular day, right? And I, because of that, I was thinking, okay, let me do the work quickly, right, and just finish it as quickly as possible, because I want to do the thing. No, if I hadn't promised myself the thing, and had completely forgotten about the thing until I had done the work, then it would have been different. Then I would have done the work because I wouldn't have had the thing in my mind. Like I would have done the work in a better manner. And one of the deepest realizations probably that I had a few days ago, I've heard this before from Hamza and other people, but you know, the most important thing, probably the most important parameter when determining your chances of achieving success is your ability to focus on work. If you cannot focus truly deeply on something, you can never achieve the level of thought within the thing that you're doing, the level of concentration and the level of creativity. You know, people think that geniuses just have like this light bulb that lights up out of nothing, but that is not true. Like, for example, an example might be like Einstein. People think like Einstein was this genius, and he was a different kind of breed of a person, right? But in my experience from studying physics and mathematics, true creativity and the thing that we perceive as genius arises from a deep level of concentration and immersion within a task. It is not the spontaneous light bulb. Of course, it can happen, but most oftentimes, the true ideas arise when you are so deeply focused and immersed on a task that you're so deep within the layers of the thought, of your thought, that you see something that was not perceivable at first. There have been so many times, bro, when I've been solving a problem and I arrive at a solution, might be a proof within mathematics or something, and a few days later I look back upon it and I think to myself, damn, how did I arrive at the solution? And I'm trying to read my own notes as if I were someone else trying to understand, right? And I'm asked to myself, like, did I fucking become dumb or what? And the answer is no. It is just that at that particular moment I was in such deep focus that I was able to truly tackle the depths of a problem, the true difficulty of a problem. You're never gonna be able to produce something of value if you're not focused. Your focus is the most important thing. And when you have something else in mind, something else that you're thinking about, something more fun, more stimulating than the thing that you're doing, of course, bro, you are not gonna be able to produce something of value, and you're not gonna be able to push yourself to do the work. That's the true secret of things, bro. The true takeaway is that you should not promise yourself the reward like at the end of the day, or you should not have the reward promised by default, bro. The reward is something that comes spontaneously after you've done the thing correctly, after you've truly done the work well. So the true reward of the day is the true promise, the true deal that you should make with yourself is that, okay, I'm gonna do the work. I'm gonna do the work the whole day, basically, the whole day. You don't need to work for 8 hours straight, but you should think, okay, I'm gonna, like, my daily occupation is gonna be doing the work. That's what it's gonna be. That's what my day is gonna be. Of course, hopefully you find you have a passion for your work, because otherwise this is never gonna work out, right? But you should make the promise to yourself, like, okay, my daily occupation is just gonna be the work. You wake up, do your morning routine, do the work on your problems, take a break, take a walk, listen to a bit of music, come back home. What you're gonna do? You already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna do the work, do the thing that you're gonna do. If you haven't finished your work at the end of the day, you haven't finished. Okay, the next day, you do the work. You take breaks, you journal, you meditate a bit, you do the work. No pressure, without pressure on your shoulders. You just do the work without any hurry, without any overthink about other things. You just relax, do the work. That's the thing you gotta do. Next day, boom, you do the work. You do the work. You don't, without any hurrying, because you have nothing else to stress about. This is the only fucking way. And if you have a day when you're finished the work, you do the thing. You reward yourself. But the work is the thing that you're gonna do each and every day until you finish the thing, and you can reward yourself for a few hours and you do the work without any hurrying. Nobody's hurrying you. You just relax, do the work. You got it, bro? Because that's the deepest realization. You just gotta relax, do the work without any pressure on your shoulders, bro. Because if you have the pressure, you're not gonna want to do the work, because you're gonna be hurrying. You're gonna be, fuck, I need to. You're not gonna do the work, bro. Do the work, bro. Peace out.